Hello, great souls. Welcome to our yoga practice today. Let's take a moment to center ourselves, lifting the consciousness to the point between the eyebrows. So with eyes open or closed, if the eyes are closed, behind closed eyes, feel yourself guiding your energy and awareness to the forehead. Yogananda called this area the seat of superconsciousness. In yoga, it's the sixth chakra. So taking a moment to keeping our awareness and focus there, let's bring also our awareness to the breath, visualize it washing through the body, and feel yourself becoming centered. Centered in your highest truth, in your own divine soul nature. With each breath, an inner affirmation of this divine self. Mentally affirming, I am light, perfect joy, abundant peace. Divine love. I am wisdom. Infinite power. The sacred sound, vibration of Om. I am calmness. Feel yourself affirming and identifying with what Yogananda called our true self. The meaning of yoga is union, bringing together all the energy that feels separate and disparate to an experience of truth, of wholeness. I am whole. A few more deep breaths in and out. Bringing the palms together, hands to the heart, honoring this inner reality of yourself and of all with Namaste. Namaste. Okay, so let's stay seated for a few of our warm-ups. We can begin with shoulder rolls. So just moving the shoulders in a way that feels comfortable for you. And your hands can be on the legs, or you can bring your hands up to the shoulders. Keeping the breath flowing as you practice. And then we'll reverse directions. And just enjoy that. Warming up the body. Very nice. And we'll practice circle of light, circle of joy. So we interlace fingers and elbows lift up. Exhale, hands move out in front. Inhale, lift and lengthen, stretch tall. And as the hands come down, visualize light and joy surrounding you. The fingers come behind the back. We inhale, open the front of the heart. Release and exhale, you might imagine gathering light and gathering joy and guiding it within. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen, stretch tall. Release, light and joy surround you. Fingers come behind the back. Inhale, open. Release and exhale. Gather light. Gather joy and guide it within. Very nice. We'll practice side to side stretching. So the right hand on the floor, we'll inhale, left arm up, lift and lengthen, and exhale over. And you can slide the hand out away from you just as far as you like. If you want, you can rotate the head to look to the sky, reaching through the fingertips. See if you can feel the opening in your body, in the torso in particular, as you stretch and breathe. This is a variation on Parigasana, the gate pose. The affirmation is waves of joy surge upward in my spine. See if you can visualize that happening. And we'll inhale up And exhale down and go to the other side. So right arm comes up, we lift and lengthen. Exhale over, find the stretch that feels just right for you and rotate and look up towards the sky. Waves of joy surge upward in my spine. Breathing deeply, welcoming the flow of energy, life force and prana, and the quality of joy. Waves of joy surge upward in my spine. Very nice. We'll inhale up and exhale down. From here, let's come on to hands and knees in tabletop position, and we'll move into the practice of cat-cow. So arching the spine on the exhale and swaying the spine on the inhale. Finding your own sense of rhythm. You can pause in either direction if you like, if that feels good for your body. Visualize the energy just flowing freely in the body, especially the spine. Very nice. We'll come to neutral and we'll come into plank position. So turn the toes under and the body's like a board. You can modify this by bringing one of your knees down to the mat, looking down towards the floor here. Just feel the strength that's required. And ask yourself, how long could I hang out here? Right? And it's fine to, in our practice, we want to challenge ourselves enough to keep it dynamic, but not so much that we collapse. So then when you're ready, you'll come up into downward dog. Position the body in such a way that you can feel that nice stretch on the back of the legs, all throughout the spine. Fingertips are spread wide. Breathing deeply. Bending the knees is just fine. See if you can tune into the quality of expansive calmness. The affirmation, calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Very nice. We'll bring the knees down and come into Vajrasana. If you like, you can take, and I usually use my hand to do this, you can turn the right large toe over the left and sit with the hands on tops of the thighs. You could be seated on a cushion for comfort. We just take a moment to center the body. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Very nice. From here, let's come up into standing, and we'll come into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So we'll stand, if you're on a mat, you stand at the front of your mat. You'll step the left leg back, and you want to be in a wide enough stance that you feel like both the legs are fully engaged. So you're going to bend the right knee, make sure it's going in the direction of the toes. We'll inhale, arms up. Bend that knee. Position your feet. So sometimes I move my feet a little bit. And then lift the gaze of the eyes upward. The back heel can be on the mat or slightly up. Feel the body fully engaged. The arms can stay above you, or the hands can come down to be at the hips or at the heart. The affirmation is, I attune my will to the source of all power. Breathing deeply, feel yourself consciously aligning your energy with divine energy. I attune my will to the source of all power. Very nice. We'll inhale, step left foot forward, lift and lengthen, and exhale down. And we'll pause for a moment in Tadasana. Bring awareness here to the point between the eyebrows. See if you can feel a sense of grounded stability within your body while energy and consciousness are rising. Mentally affirming, I attune my will, my life and energy to the source of all power, all light, all wisdom, all joy, to that divine source of everything. Very nice. So we'll go to the other side. I'll go to this side. So finding a position, and you want to make sure that your feet won't slide. So that's why I'm on a sticky mat. A hardwood floor is fine, or even the ground is okay. So we're going to step right leg back now. And I just take a moment to kind of feel like it's a nice wide step that I can maintain balance. Okay, so then we'll inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knee. And position yourself as much as possible to feel like you're right in the middle of both of those legs. It doesn't have to be exact, but you want to feel that both legs are fully engaged. And you might sense this is strengthening for the legs. It's certainly strengthening for our consciousness, right? It's a great energy, dynamic commitment to align our consciousness, to align our will to divine will. So breathe into that, spiritual warrior. I attune my will to the source of all power. Keep the breath flowing, the gaze lifted. I attune my will to the source of all power. Just a few more breaths. Very nice. We'll step right foot forward, lift and lengthen, and exhale down. And pause for a moment, once again in Tadasana. Each time we pause, we relax the body fully so that we can tune into the energy that's awakening. The asanas dynamically release tension and awaken the flow of prana. I attune my will to the source of all power. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Very nice. So from here we'll practice Trikonasana, triangle pose. So we're going to come into a wide stance and turn the left foot out and line it up with the instep of the right. You can bend the knee just slightly, just to kind of position so that you're rotating the hips rather than the knee. We'll inhale, arms up, palms together, lift and lengthen. Hands come to the front and they come to shoulder height. And then I tilt and reach. So I'll just keep going. And then my body stops. And I'll bring that arm down and the other one up. And you can look straight ahead or down to the floor. Or if you like, you can rotate your head to look to the sky. I'd say every day is different for me. What you want to do is make sure you stay balanced. So if I find that my left hand is coming closer to the floor, it's the muscles in my legs releasing. So I'm not trying to do that. And that's important, right? So you're in the pose and the body begins to get comfortable. It begins to get relaxed. If it's not doing that, I would say don't be concerned at all, right? It's still stretching those muscles plenty. So the affirmation here is energy and joy flood my body cells. Energy and joy flood my body cells. I like to imagine a beautiful waterfall of divine energy and joy just flooding us. Swami Kriyananda meditated deeply in every pose, and he said, for this pose, that's what's happening. Energy and joy are flooding every cell of the body. To come out, we inhale up, arms come back to center, turn the feet in, exhale, hands down, and we'll pause here in a wide stance. You can close the eyes if you like or keep them open, lifting the gaze and tuning in to that quality of just being flooded with energy and joy. So imagine that. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Very nice. We'll go to the other side. So we'll turn the right foot out now and line that up with the instep. You can bend your knee a little bit just to get the hips in right position. We'll bring me do that again. Okay. So then we'll bring, inhale, arms up, lift and lengthen. Hands come towards the front. We exhale down, tilt and reach. And I just keep reaching until what I can feel mostly is in the legs. We'll pause. And then I bring that arm down and the other one up. And this, coming into the pose in this way, helps to really keep an opening in the torso. It's easy to come into this pose and twist or collapse, trying to reach the floor. But what we're doing is opening and welcoming a very powerful flood of energy. And we're receiving it. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. So breathing deeply, just notice the quality of your breath. That'll help give you a sense of the pose and how you're practicing it. If you feel out of breath or agitated, you just might want to come out a little bit sooner. If you feel too relaxed in your breath, challenge yourself. Again, you don't want to practice in such a way that you could be writing an email while you practice. You want to be here now. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Very nice. We'll inhale up. Oops. Come back to center. And if that ever happens, I just want to say, to the best of your ability, stay centered. So we lose our balance. That's fine. It happens in life. So pause here. Take some deep, full breaths. Bring the focus here. Guide the flow of energy. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Very nice. Let's come into a forward bend. We're going to hinge at the hips and we'll exhale forward. So I'm going to show you this from a side view. So nice wide stance. Hinging here, we'll exhale forward. If you place your hands on your hips, it can help you. Let's see if I can pull this way. It can help you to feel a nice lengthening in the spine. So pressing here, I look down to the floor, reaching through the crown of my head and my tailbone. And breathe into this. This is the active phase of Prasarita Padottanasana, the wide stance forward bend. When you're ready to relax, you can stay right where you are. You no longer are reaching in opposite directions. Or if it's comfortable and safe for your body, you can begin to round the spine. Bring the hands down. They could stay here, be here, or you could hold the arms. And breathe into this. A nice stretch for the back, for the legs. And the inversion with the head lower than the heart draws the energy with a sense of wave of calmness to the brain in the mental realm. The affirmation is, I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. Deep, full breaths in and out. And then we'll release. And you can bend the knees, tuck the chin towards the chest if you like. Walk the feet back to Tadasana. Pause for a moment and just notice how you're feeling. So sometimes I like to take a moment and just welcome the practice of asana and affirmation. I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Energy and joy flood my body cells. joy descends to me. Just welcoming this inner reality of our practice and aligning your consciousness with it. I attune my will to the source of all. Very nice. Let's come down onto the mat and we'll come into a backward bend. So we'll practice camel pose, Ustrasana. With camel, we're going to place our hands on the pelvic rim. We'll bring let me show you from the front first. We're going to bring the elbows towards each other. We'll glide the hips forward and offer ourselves back. And you can keep your hands here the whole time, or if it works for your back, you could bring them down towards your feet. So I'll do that. But just know that keeping them here is it's a nice supportive way of protecting the spine, and you get a beautiful stretch, so you don't need to move your hands. So here we are, and we inhale, bring elbows towards each other, glide the hips forward, and begin to offer yourself back. So then you can lift, and you can see I can get quite a deep stretch without moving my hands. If you want to, you can bring the hands back. You can bring the head back slightly. We have to be really careful of protecting the neck. So sometimes I don't release the head. Breathing deeply, the affirmation, with calm faith I open to thy light. Feel yourself bathed in divine healing light, opening the heart center, creating a quality of receptivity to divine grace. With calm faith I open to thy light. Breathing deeply. With calm faith I open to thy light. When you're ready to come out, you'll inhale up. Bring the buttocks back towards the heels. Palms turned upward. Into Vajrasana. Bring the awareness deep within and lift the awareness toward the spiritual eye. Ustrasana is one of those asanas. It really dynamically awakens the energy. And often coming into Vajrasana, the firm pose afterward, you can feel it. Closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Mentally affirming, with calm faith I open to thy light. Feel yourself welcoming the support of divine energy, divine light, divine guidance in your life. We'll take a few moments now, a few minutes at the end of our practice to sit in stillness. The yoga postures clear away tension in the body, helping us to find asana, stable seat of perfect stillness. The inner stillness of God. In stillness, I touch my inner strength. In stillness, I touch my inner strength. Om. Peace. Amen. Okay, great souls. Let's end our class by sending light and joy and peace out to the world. Visualize yourself as a divine channel, rubbing the hands together, drawing these qualities into the hands. Let's raise them and chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 Peace. Amen. Okay, wishing you a beautiful day.